Hey guys, it's Brandon again. So in today's video, I want to talk about the 401k. Now, before I jump into this video, I just want to clarify some misconceptions. So recently I did a video called Understanding Mutual Funds. And many people thought that you can only buy mutual funds within your 401k, and that is not the case. You can actually buy a mutual fund within a regular brokerage or investment account. Now, if you still want to understand more about a mutual fund, things of that nature, the link is in the description from that previous video. Now, let's talk about a 401k. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what a 401k is, my thoughts, my opinion on it. Is it a good investment? Is it a bad investment? And if it's something right for you. Now, guys, before I go into that, I'm going to ask you to please like, share, and subscribe to this content. Now, 401k. So the 401k, it's basically an employer-sponsored plan, right? It's money that is contributed in the 401k before you pay taxes. So for example, most people may hear the pre-tax plan. You work for an employer, you get a paycheck of say $3,000 a month. Out of that $3,000, you say you want 10% to go into your 401k. And $300 of that is now, it gets deducted into your 401k. And that is being tax deferred. You do not pay taxes on that money that goes into your 401k. You're only getting taxed on that $2,700. So that's what the 401k plan is. Many people use it as a means to build themselves towards the future for when they retire. So if you're putting money away in that 401k, and for example, say that $300 is being invested into a mutual fund that is returning 9-10% a year for another 30-40 years, then you'll retire with a decent penny. But you're not getting taxed right now on that $300. When you withdraw, you will pay taxes on that money. So that's the thing with the 401k, is understanding that, because some people have the misconception that even later on you will not pay taxes. When you withdraw that money in your older age, you will pay taxes on that money. Now, another thing that we should understand is that there's a thing called a early penalty fee. So many people have asked me, especially during the big crisis that we recently had, is if it's a good idea to withdraw money from their 401k. Now, typically speaking, if you're under the age of 59 and a half, when you pull money from your 401k, you're not only going to be paying income taxes, but you're going to be paying an early penalty fee. Now, keep in mind that the 401k, it is just an account. It's an umbrella. The mutual fund, the stocks, everything you buy in that 401k, it's not being taxed now. So just keep that in mind. The 401k, it is just an umbrella. It's separate from your brokerage account, other investment accounts. It's just an umbrella. Now, is a 401k a good investment? Is it a bad investment? I personally think that it can be a good investment and it can be a bad investment. Now, here's why. If you are not contributing enough money into your 401k, and for this thing to work, you have to put decent amount of money in it. $10 a month isn't going to work for 30 years, because when you retire, you cannot live off $50,000. And that's the whole point of the 401k. You're putting that tax deferred money into it so that by the time you retire, you have a substantial amount of money to live off of. For the 401k to really work, you have to A, start very early, or B, contribute a lot of money for it to give you a substantial lifestyle, right? Another thing with the 401k, it is that you are not exposed to full growth sometimes in the market, right? So for example, say you invest a lot of money into a singular stock, and you keep doing that consistently. And in this day and age, you can actually buy partial shares. You're buying into a singular stock consistently in your brokerage account for many years. Now, if you consistently do that and you're holding those investments for many years, right? By the time you withdraw, you're going to pay the long-term capital gains tax. And the long-term capital gains tax is going to hit you much less than what a 401k would do. The 401k only, I personally think the 401k works if you're making a lot of money and you want to defer your taxes. So for example, most people I work with who have businesses or making multiple six figures, instead of giving all that money to Uncle Sam, and I think the contribution rate is up to 20,500 now. If you are, instead of giving that 20,500 in tax dollars to Uncle Sam, you could put that in your 401k. The max contribution, if you're an employee, you can put that in your 401k, and that sitting there for 30 years will grow exponentially for you. Myself, I'm a business owner. I have what is called a SEP 401k and also a Tictoc. Well, Tictoc is basically another form of 401k. And you can do employer matches. So in some cases, you could put up to $55,000 into these 401k vehicles. So instead of me giving $55,000 to Uncle Sam now, I put that in there and it will grow over time. So that's the beauty of a 401k. It is for tax purposes if you're making a lot of money. If you're not making a lot of money and you're thinking that putting $10, $20, $40 a month in there for 20 years is going to give you a sufficient retirement, it's not going to work. The only way a 401k works is if you're putting substantial amount of money in it or if you're starting very, very early. Most people, unfortunately in this day and age, they're starting late in their 401k, contributing when they're in their late 30s and 40s and are putting in $100 a month. That is not going to give you the retirement that you need. And I will repeat it again, you need a substantial amount. So the pro of the 401k is this. It's a great tax defermental system. If you can put away that tax dollar that you'll give to Uncle Sam into that 401k, it will be much worth it years from now. It is not a retirement plan if you're not making a lot of money. So that's my thoughts on the 401k. That's my opinions on it. If you have any thoughts, any questions, feel free to reach out. And also remember to like, share, and subscribe. Take care.